unit. Uh, they're such a good team play. Their team plays strong, passing plays are strong, and shots on net speedy. They're just a very well-rounded team.
Yeah, I'm trying to count these up here. 3-1, 3-2. Villanova coming into this week 3-2, 0-5 for Quinnipiac. So on paper, may not be maybe not so hot. But Quinnipiac yet again have come into this one, and most of their losses have not come off the back of 3-0 losses, not sweeps against. On the left side, for Quinnipiac. The defense, Cyber J coming up to this one, hitting it middled. I'm a horse. Well, it comes down to it, but I think just read a different look off that after teammate came flying into this one. A little mini fake, we'll call it. I'm a horse. Going from the left side, that's almost Pocus connecting there, but Riley now covering this one up on this left side. Now down, bounce play. Members of Quinnipiac playing on the defense for right now. Now Ong, Saber J. Saber J is the one that's back. Easy defense. James on the other side as well, covering these defensive roles. Now it looked like there towards the end that Villanova was actually trying to get on the offense in the way of demolishing or bumping some of these defenders, and the way that these are lined up down bottom. So that's a bad idea.
No, yeah, they're lining up the goal line almost. It looks like they're a little bit bunched up. So I mean, if you can get that demolition off, the physical play can definitely serve them well.
It's Aang, isn't it? Right. And that's Riley scoring 1-0 on this one. I think I've gone through this. It's from the Airbender, Lost Airbender, right?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I never watched it.
Yeah, me neither, to be honest with you. I think it's Aang, though. That's what we're going to go with for right now. Aang, hit to the bottom. Quinnipiac looking like they got on the offense for the first time, but not going to happen so easily. James covering this one up down bottom. I'm a horse on over to Pocus, and Pocus managed to get this one in decently early. 2-0 run now for your Villanova squad.
Yeah, and that's just like I referenced, their team play is very much on point. Their passing plays are crisp and clean. You saw that. I'm a horse able to feed it over to Pocus without a single touch from the Quinnipiac defenders, and that puts them up by 2.
Yeah, it just kind of seems like when it gets hot and heavy and these kind of ping pong passes come in, teammate to teammate, it's just going to be a little bit difficult for Quinnipiac to cover up and recognize where these are going. At least so far. So plenty of Rocket League to be played. 2 minutes down. Aang meeting Pocus. Aang getting past Pocus. I'm a horse covering that one up as a member of Quinnipiac was still getting fully into that offense, and I'm not against that one whatsoever. Now Riley, hit play. I'm a horse, and Pocus going up for that, but it's going to be behind the horse. Galloping this one all the way in. 3-0, now 23 seconds outside halftime.
Yeah, and Quinnipiac's defense just looks a little bit disheveled right now. I mean, you saw James not go up for it at all, even though he was that man on the goal line, and the other defenders seemed to go, a little bit haywire, not too much control on the aerial attempt to make that save. So maybe a little bit jittery is the Quinnipiac defense, but certainly looking disheveled to start this one out.
Definitely agree on that one. A little bit closer to halftime now, about 10 seconds. I'm a horse. Trying to get on over to this one, but Pocus down to the middle. Saber J is able to cover that one up, but it's not the first shots that Quinnipiac has had the issues with. It's always those seconds. Riley showing off what he can do in mid-air. Second shot on goal. Second shot in goal.
Yeah, and that's just a beautiful aerial play. I mean, oh my goodness, that was some control on the car right there. That was fantastic.
It really was. Kind of looks like he lost it about 3 or 4 different times, but he gets every single tap that he needed on that one, including the final double. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Saber J covering up down bottom. I'm a horse. Easily blocking that one and kind of keeping the rebound back towards their side. James up to the corner. Impressive defense coming out from Quinnipiac. I'm a horse in the second. They coming up to it, but manages to keep it. No! Saber J! Throwing epic on top of that save. Saber J, rest of Quinnipiac, looking to get on the offense. James almost gets this one connected down bottom. That would have been a very fast play, the offensive side for Quinnipiac. Riley staying up. Yep, and just like that. I don't want to be too negative by any means, but I think it is decently clear at this point that one of these teams is more comfortable up in the air than the other.
Without a doubt. I mean, the control over the cars on Villanova is just phenomenal from what I've seen so far and what I've called in past weeks this year. They've just been fantastic in the air, and Quinnipiac almost seems reluctant to go up into the air. They're relying on the ground play, and against a team like Villanova, that's just not going to work for you.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like right now, we're seeing Aang coming at this one. I'm a horse, and the rest of this Villanova squad has done a really grand job of denying boosts. Like pretty much every time we flip on over to one of these Villanova players, at least 30, 40, something like this. Aang is 60 with the rest of his squad, a little bit lower than that, and that's probably the most they're going to have on that. Now coming into an offense with nothing left in the tank, just not going to be ideal because again, they just get started. Like they just keep getting starved out of that one. A hit over the right side. Riley realizes he's not close enough to it, but that's going to be on the horse for the cut across the side. Aang now taking this one over the top. Attempted demo, I think, for Riley right there. Just in that flying, not going to hit it. We're going to call that a tactical whiff. The Saber J now running on the inside. Passed on over to Aang, but Riley covers that one up for the time being. Pocus, meanwhile, getting a demo on the back. Aang stopping this one. James over. Pop play against. This is kind of led up to the left side. That's decently on point. Might have to force the hand of the defender, and it does. Still looking, not giving up. It's Quinnipiac for their first goal.
Yeah, and you like to see that never quit attitude. Certainly such a mental game as Rocket League racing.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's brutal, but that's just what's going to happen here. Riley and the rest is Pocus and what? Pass from Riley, pass to I'm a horse, pass to Pocus. And that's literally just quintessential Rocket League. Passes into points.
Yeah, bang bang play. Nothing more to be said. That was just perfect team play right there.
Yeah, it really was. 15 seconds. This first game is over.
Yeah. To put it like that, yeah, pretty much. I mean, six goals. Now it would take a goal a second, and now it's impossible.
Nope, no, it's literally impossible even from the lineup. Even if there's miracle situations, then there's technical realm of possibility, and then there's just impossibility. Yeah, that's kind of how it right goes. Miracle, then other team has to put controller down, then technical, actual, within the realm of possibility, enough actual time on the clock, and then just simply win. One way or another. 6-0 here. Game number 1 for Villanova against Quinnipiac.
Yeah, Quinnipiac with one shot on net that whole game to Villanova's 12, 11.
12. Oh man,
Is it
no,
12?
you're right. You're right. Nope,
I'm
nope,
right.
you're right.
Okay.
It's 12. It's 12. Darn it.
All right.
I was trying to do it so well.
But yeah, one shot's not going to beat you, not going to win you a game when the other teams put 6 goals up on the board. That's just simply put. They definitely need to establish more time in the offensive zone if they want a chance at this series.
Yep. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. See how the rest of this one goes. In every competition in Rocket League, there must be a winner and must be a loser. That's the way it goes. As simple as that. We'll be getting game number 2 started. Any advice? What really can Quinnipiac do here, McFarlane, to come in and put up a more competitive game?
Yeah, so number one, their defense needs to be a lot stronger than what I saw, especially on secondary shots, because the first shot they'll make a great save, and then that second shot, it's almost like they've got no chance. When they make that save, they need to work on getting the ball out of the zone as soon as possible, because as you saw, one shot on net, they weren't in the Villanova zone very often. So that transition game, getting that ball out of your defensive zone and turning good defense into good offense, that's got to be the number one thing for Quinnipiac right now. Focus on your defense and your transitions, and then start to work on the offense once you get there.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, obviously, take these offensive the offensive opportunities as they come. The initial parts of these games, which you're on defense, just simply worry about coordinating there more and communicating with the team. I'm with it. I'm with it. Roll up to the left side. Focus. Coming out to this one. Nope. I'm a horse. Gonna be the one to tee off of this. Now back. Aang. James covering this one up. James the middle. Pop play up. Tries to flip it this one to get a second, but that's going to be Aang covering it up. Focus. Last player back. Sabres now covering up the defense. Like you said, just kind of keeping it keeping it simple. You're not complicating things.
That's just exactly what they need to do. The convolutedness is just not going to help them at all in terms of getting out of their defensive zone. They've just got to focus on booming it out, really putting as much power behind it as possible, and then trying to set up in the offensive zone.
It's what we've, at least a decent example of what we've seen so far. Saber J play in the back. We saw him with 5 saves earlier, if I remember right.
Yes.
Game number 1. Yeah, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Obviously, kind of a preference for roles on that one. All teams are different. Saber J, another clean save. Throw an epic on top of that one. Eng coming out. Eng, solid first hit, but puts it right in the breadbasket of Riley. I mean, just going to be able to block those out every single day. Back play, nicely done. See those Eng again. I'm a horse. Decent shot on goal. James actually going to hit this one out. Almost teased it up. No, I'm a horse there. Too far outside. That wouldn't even matter if it was, because Saber J was there. This is a much more competitive game. I love it. This is literally exactly what Quinnipiac needed to do.
Yeah, it's almost like they can hear me or something. I mean, they literally what I said they needed to do, they've done so far this game. I'm definitely a stronger performance from them.
Yeah, I gotta say, the Villanova offense, they're definitely respecting this a lot more because they're not like double or tripling up in this offensive zone as well. Like right now, just that run right there was more to pull members of Quinnipiac out versus actually have like a real offensive run like of their own. There was no like huge booming rebound play. They just transitioned to a perfect offense by any means. That's now like the second time that they've coordinated here, and now this is the second time that Quinnipiac just say no go. This is a market increase in your defense, which is just purchased Quinnipiac offensive opportunities they just could not afford in game number 1.
Yeah, definitely. But that's a really nice. That's a really nice play right there from Villanova, as Ang can't get the clearance that he wanted, and then just a really nice bang play in the front of the net, pulls the defender James out of position, and that puts Villanova up by 1.
Yeah, and James came pretty close to getting a hand on it as well. Now, would that have been a clean clear? Who knows? That's theory crafting at this point, but it's a perfect possibility for us to be looking at like 2 minutes and 10 seconds right now, and this still 0-0. As it is, that is not the situation we find ourselves in. The situation we found ourselves at this point in last game, though, was something like 4-0. So either way, again, market improvements from your Quinnipiac squad. Riley back on over Pocus. Yeah, but you could basically cue the Jaws music on that one, as Pocus was rotating around and just waiting to strike. What?
Wow.
Okay, I'm a horse. Needeth no rider on this one. James coming up to it, and even though he hits I'm a horse, Riley technically getting on this one. Now I like how Saber J kind of waited, like kind of bided his time. There you go. Bided his time down bottom and just waited for this one to come out on their fast offense. That's a bouncing play off to the left side. Nobody from Villanova can get that one. Nicely done. Little slap action. A little slap happy if we allow it. Bang! That was almost a huge clear and then a really, really good bouncing angle. But not going to happen that easily. Saber J rolling into this one. I'm a horse. Last player back. Riley now getting behind him. So a well set up defense now Villanova has. Just like that, the transition play. I'm a horse. Down bottom. Saber J doesn't have to hit this one when it is put over to the left to his teammate. Focus. Up. Another double commit, and if this wasn't a big clear, that would have been a 3rd goal, hands down. That's how this has happened so far, right? I mean,
yeah, you can't afford double commits in a situation like this, especially when you're down by 2. Thankfully, they got the clear, but when you double commit like that, you're both out of position for the secondary shot. That's been pretty much the tail of the tape so far.
And speaking of offensive double commit right there, it is not luck, but crazy coordination. Oh my God, Saber J, the second tap right there, and Quinnipiac gets on the board. Love to see it. Let's slow this one down right about here. There it is. Riley comes out, only one defender back, and Villanova finally bites the bullet for playing the solo defense and super hot and heavy offense.
Yeah, and that's just a really nice goal for Saber J right there. I mean, he waited it out, waited the defender out, and finally was able to put that shot on once the defender made a admittedly weak touch to try and clear it, but nonetheless Saber J positionally sound, able to put that one in the back of the net.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we're 20 seconds away from a possible overtime situation. Whoa, that was not as strong as they would have liked that rebound to have been. A transition goal is what is required right now. Riley out, Pocus lurking. Now we're almost to the volleyball. Riley there, hang out. One more bounce is what we get before this one is done and dusted. Out to it, keeping the dream alive. I'm a horse. Now over, Riley shot up, shot in, and a goal to go for the side of your Villanova squad. 3-1 is your ending scoreline in game number 2 after an incredibly close matchup. Again, this was 6-0 in game number 1. Just a wholehearted change. And to the very, very last second, yet again, this is 2-1. Very, very close.
Yeah, and that's just a really nice. I will say on the side of Quinnipiac, that's a really nice transition. That's a really nice turnaround from game 1 to game 2. Um, Unfortunately, still only getting 2 shots, but hey, you're shooting at 50% with 1 goal, so at least there's that. but
Yeah, hey, there you go. Saber J coming up with the 5 saves again, but his teammates now coming in and kind of providing their own addition to that defensive side, to that performance defensively. This would have been a lot more closer to like your game 1 scoreline, to like your 6 and something. Had these saves not shown up from Saber J's teammates, from James XC12 and from Ang. As it is, especially with the kind of progression that we've seen right here, and this game could have very well ended 2-1 as well. I would love to see your Quinnipiac squad kind of come back here and take a dub in game number 3 to at least push it to overtime now, or like those overtime games now. From there, who knows where it'd go, I'd McFarlane, but I'm just saying that's what I would like to see, more extra.
Yeah, I'd love to see it too. And they made that defensive adjustment, but that I referenced. And now if they can just establish some offensive zone time, I don't see why they couldn't force a game 4, maybe even a game 5. But it all starts at the beginning, and here we are on the face-off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. James. Hit on the way out here. Ooh, so close to the very first, but Saber J comes out swinging with an epic save. Love to see it. Villanova already assuming the offensive position and getting a couple attempts in here, but nothing doing. Not so early. Not yet. Back in the middle. James puts this one up, and James rocks this one in. A gut shot here to your Villanova University, and that's going to be Quinnipiac going up 1-0 in game number 3 to take the lead for the first time in this matchup.
Yeah, and that's just a really nice, powerful shot right there by James, and that's exactly what Quinnipiac wants to do: get on the board early and force Villanova onto the back foot.
Back foot is where they live, says I'm a horse, because that was looking really pretty, as was that, with nothing come of it. Over to the right side, Saber J. Seeing what they can do on the defense. Oh my god, I thought that was a cross shot, and that would have been Quinnipiac going up 2-0. But calm down, I've McFarlane. Jeez, man. Jeez, God.
I'm sorry.
You gotta calm down, man. You can't freak out at every little thing, right?
Sorry.
Hit. Oh, the double demo, or the double tap right there from I'm a horse off the backboard. It's not gonna be enough. Saber J though gets this one over. Ang covers it up. Pocus on the back now. A little bit of a roll to the middle. Saber J almost holds out that sword, that saber, if you will. Stabs one on in there. Not going to happen. Pass play. Ang gets up and interrupts it. James rotating around, picking up boost and more. Now Saber J coming and bringing this one out. Oh my. Ang looking across the middle. A good interrupt, because that was such a good hit that now it's literally being redirected without even a necessary second hit. Saber J goes to the middle. Ang attempts to receive a pass right here. Not gonna happen so easily, and that is the double tap right there. Be deadly from I'm a Horse. 26 seconds outside of overtime. I'm a Horse says they can do this too.
Yeah, that's just a really nice backboard read right there. Unfortunately for the Quinnipiac defender, I believe that was Saber J. He was unable to prevent the backboard shot from coming back out, and because of that, Villanova ties this game at 1.
Still a better situation that Quinnipiac has found themselves in, about 15 seconds out of halftime. Saber J coming a little bit too fast outside of this one. Riley to Pocus. Pocus cannot get up there. It takes a really weird angle of this one. Cannot get a solid hit on it by any means. Shanked to the left. And now the side of Villanova, almost assuming the defensive I'm a Horse keeps the dream alive 1 second outside of halftime.
Yeah, and that's again back-to-back backboard shots for I'm a Horse, and again the defenders for Quinnipiac unable to do that. But that's a tight angle shot right there by I'm a Horse. That's really nice. Just tucked it into the post.
An incredibly tight angle on that one, I gotta say. Rolling out of this one. Ang, rest of Quinnipiac 1 score away from a tie situation, where they basically left game 2 until the goal to go for the side of Villanova. Did end that one 3-1, so I guess I should frame it like that, really. I'm a Horse. Hit to the left. Covered up again, hit to the left. Riley, covered up again, hit to the left. Saber J bringing this one out. Covered up again, hit to the, I'm just kidding. I'm a Horse. On the right side now. Riley hit. Bounces this to Riley to Ang. Ang doesn't get a good handle on it, and Riley takes it. That is how you take the offensive stance. I love that. I love that about you, Riley. I love that about you. Oh, this is really, really bad. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. If you were asking yourself, is James and teammate Ang meet down bottom and hit against each other about 3 times right there, about as close to a rule 1 as you actually get with a teammate. If you were wondering if that was good or bad, I'm there with your answer. It was bad. It was a bad thing. I'm a Horse. Whenever you give this players these types of opportunities, we've seen what they can do. Just flies through the air, easy 1-2 tap, and that's just another day at the office for I'm a Horse.
And that's 4.
Another. Yeah, that's gonna be 5 shots on, 4 shots in. 1 plus the hat trick. Yes, this is set up all day long for Riley, but the bite up top double wise from Saber J, and from what was that? Saber J and James. Yeah, just not going to do them any favors.
No, and I'm a Horse is really putting on an offensive clinic right now, if I can say. He is all over the Quinnipiac zone right now, and he's just owning that ball.
Just the communications here from your Quinnipiac squad. It seems almost more often than not, this is kind of a clear, like, I'm going to be able to get this situation. We just saw it on offense, or we just saw it on the rebound from defense, the transition into offense. And that's just simply not going to do any favors. It's just a too many cooks in the kitchen type situation. There's only so much room with which you want to work offensively. Perfect pass!
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god. 50 seconds. Even Saber J has to light up the text for this one.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. The ball never touched the ground. 1, 2,
127. 127 kilometers per hour, people. 127. 100 kilometers per hour is about 62 miles an hour, if I believe, unless I'm wrong. So that one breaking the speed limit in every U.S. state except for parts of, I think, like Oklahoma and Kansas, that they have highways that don't technically have speed limits. They have speed minimums, but no limits.
I think Nevada too has a highway without a speed limit.
I think it is a Nevada thing to just shirk most rules. And fine, okay, so let's be serious here.
That's fair.
Las Vegas is seriously just a paramount, a testament to human beings' stubbornness.
Yeah.
A desert in every way, shape, and form. Somewhere along the way, as we as sentient human beings said, nope, I'm going to form a civilization here. And not only that, I'm going to do the things here that we do not do anywhere else in this country.
Literally nowhere else.
Pretty much. In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Certainly not in that concentration. Another really, really wonky off-topic waxing from the tugboat there towards the end. Sorry about that. That was QS's music last time. 5-1 is your score line. This was just, it was just decided about 30 seconds ago, so we decided to have a little bit of different entertainment for you. Quinnipiac going from 1 shot attempted to 2 shots attempted in game number 2 to 3 shots attempted in game number 3. So improvement there, but really hands down the best team here was their second game. Now then, we are. Oh nope, that's not what I want. I need the other ping. I need this ping. Come on. Villanova wants to do an interview with more than one person. Oh, I'm gonna say it's real messy, Villanova. You know what? How are you feeling about this one? I'm gonna leave it to you, McFarlane. I'm down to do it, but I'm gonna tell him it's gonna be messy.
I agree, it'll be messy, but also I've never done that before, so I'm kind of interested to see how it would go.
Oh, the group interview. I'm not going to take that anywhere. We'll be back here in just a minute. The short little break, and we'll set up the interview. We'll be back with you guys in just a second with either multiple members of Villanova or just one. Who knows?
Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start.